it's such a very strange world we live in. Like, I feel like, especially with recent events, and these recent events, like, they got me messed up. Like, they as a former teacher and just as a human being, like, they got me messed up. But like, when you have people like kids literally got fucking killed, literally were shot, and fucking parents literally can't like kiss their kids goodnight anymore. And you're talking about, well, it's because we took God out of the classroom, or we took morals out of the classroom, or fuck you. Like, that's what it comes down to. Like, it's political bullshit, and I don't care, regardless of party. I don't give a shit about any of their political stuff. Help the kids. Like, stop getting kids killed. And like, that stuff, it really, really punches me the wrong way, because like, I am a very empathetic person, and it kills me. It fucking kills me that we're literally playing this bullshit political party game because it keeps you in power or it raises stupid fucking money. Oh, but I get lots of money from this group or this interest group. Fuck you. Like, it's, and I apologize for, but like, this stuff has really got me upset, because people go, well, maybe it's mental health, maybe it's guns, maybe it's everything. But maybe we should actually get off our political high horse and try a litany of everything. Maybe we should actually fund support for mental health instead of cutting it and stigmatizing it. Or maybe, and on top of that, maybe not or, and we should also put sensible gun laws in there too. Like, it is asinine to me that we can't do all of these things, and we have to pick and choose. Well, you know, D's vote for this and R's vote for this. It is insanity to me. Like, little children are getting shot in their classroom, and you're like, well, you know, it's that CRT that we're training. Oh, those teachers that you're suggesting we give guns to, they're also indoctrinating your kids. Get the hell out of here. Like, get out of here. Like, it's so frustrating to me, because I don't care if you vote Republican. I don't care if you vote Democrat. I look at a problem like kids getting shot in classrooms and go, how do we solve this problem? And let's open it up beyond our stupid political bullshit, and let's actually solve this problem. Let's try some sensible gun things. And if it doesn't work, you could tell me, hey, screw off, Tom, it didn't work. Great. Cool. At least we tried. At least we tried. Because we're not trying. We're not trying. And it's not like, oh, well, you know, it's killing people. Legitimately. Healthcare. Literally. The lack of it is killing people. You go, it's mental health, but then somebody goes to therapy and they gotta pay it out of pocket, like I do. I pay for my therapist out of pocket. They're $200 every single 45-minute session that I go to. Every single one. That shit's expensive. It's not covered by any of my insurance. And I pay $898 a month for my health insurance. It's a joke. You can't look at it and go, it's a mental health problem, but then not fund that exact same thing. You can't do it. And every single politician, I don't care what party you're a part of, but every single politician that's riding that stupid bullshit line that is saying, oh, well, it's because of this or this or this, I have to say a certain thing. Screw you. Because it's cowardly, it's unjust, and it's freaking fracking ridiculous, because you are messing with people's literal lives. But thank God you make a congressman or congresswoman's salary, so you don't have to worry about it for 2 or 6 years. It's a joke. Sorry. Like, it's been building for a while, and it's so upsetting, because there's literal people who just want to go to work and make a paycheck, support their family or themselves, and that's it. And when that gets infringed, well, then what the hell is freedom for? Like, what is it for? We argue and boast, oh man, but we got freedom. Lots of other countries have freedom. Maybe not get fucking shot at your job. Maybe. Maybe that'd be a good thing too. Like the fact that people are saying, well, Tom, maybe we should arm the teachers. I went to school to teach kids. And every single time I was in that classroom, I would give my life for any one of those kids. And now you're looking at people who wouldn't and saying, well, no, I haven't stepped foot in a classroom since I was in a private high school or whatever. And they're going to dictate not only what I can teach, but also that I need to have a gun. No, we're not doing that. Giggity. Went to her. It's because the dairy and cheese makes the frogs gay. Yes, that's all it is. That's Thomas went a hundo. I missed some. First I heard Tom Cruise take this and put it to good use. Boop, boop. It's a joke. It's a joke. Like, the people who live in this country in America, we're Americans. Do you know how little separates us? And we're focused on stupid crap. But because our politicians, they own somebody on Twitter, or because, they scored stupid ass political points, we go, well, I'm good then. No! Like, enough! Let's look at real macro problems. And I don't care if it agrees with Republicans. I don't care if it agrees with Democrats. Solve the damn problem! Because if you're a politician and you're not solving problems for your constituents, what are you doing? What are you doing? You are useless if you are not solving problems for the people that elected you. And too often are you elected to a position of power and then you just sit there and you do nothing with it. But hey, you really scored some political points by tweeting that thing out. It's freaking stupid. It is so stupid. And it's asinine that we've gotten to a point where it's such a cultural, tribal BS war that we're literally fighting amongst ourselves. And then we look at our politicians and go, well, they can do whatever they want because it's Joe Schmo down the road that I really have a problem with. It's not. It's really not. The vast majority of people, they want to have a life where they can live, they can provide for themselves, they can provide for their family if they have one, and that's it. And that's it. And that is difficult because instead we're pitted against each other. And at this point, like, what are we doing? What are we doing? And I mean that because I don't know. I really don't know anymore. I don't know. We could talk about mental health. We could talk about video games, media. We could talk about, plastering the shooter's face all over the place and their name, and that spawns copycats. Maybe all of it's the problem. But if you are one of those people who go, well, yeah, all this, and this are the problem, but guns aren't the problem. Well, then you're literally just inputting your bias into that. Maybe it's all a problem, and maybe all of it should be tried and remedied. Maybe. But wouldn't you take a chance on a maybe? Wouldn't you? Like, try it. I would 100%. Hey, let's try this. Maybe it means less kids killed. Maybe. I don't have all the answers. Maybe it does it. And I think it's worth it to try it on a maybe. I think it's maybe. It's worth it. Cheese Out Fire. People say that teachers should learn how to use guns while also expected to be underpaid and expected to play many roles in different society. Mental health counselor, frontline of the pandemic. Yeah, I mean, content creator. Like, what else do you want? We're punching bags for politicians, for students, for parents. What else do you want? Gigator, yeah, sorry about the Alex Jones joke, but you're good. You're good. Salamateur, well said, Tom. You're a great dude. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating we're in our freaking boxes. Like, get out of them. It's not stupid red pill. It's not no pill. No. Look at a problem and go, how can we solve this problem? Is it guns? There's probably a component of that. Is it mental health? There's probably a component of that. Is it media? There's probably a component of that. Let's try to address all of those things instead of our preconceived bias of, oh, well, no, we're only going to address this. Nick Couture, so glad Australia had our gun amnesty in 1996. Yeah. Yep. It's just... I legit cried. Like, I did. I saw some of these parents waiting to see if their kids survived, or saying, why would you, and it broke me. It broke me. But like I think it was the guy from Wisconsin, and he said, well, the CRT, fuck you. Like, it is such cheap political points. How much money are you getting from the NRA? How much money are you getting from interest groups? The money into politics is a joke. It's a complete joke. You're buying politicians. No, actually try to solve the problem. If you pass something and it doesn't work, great. Then pass something that's going to negate it. I am willing to try a litany of things. Why? Because people's lives are literally at stake. Because if you're not allowed to live, then what is the point? What are we doing? If, like, literally, what's the point? Tower Tenor, oh, I heard all about Herschel Walker. It's so dumb. It's when you have, like, you have fucking babies being killed. They're babies. Like, at what point do you go, hey, let's try everything? Like, let's throw the kitchen sink at it. Because isn't that worth it? Like, I know a ton of gun owners who just do their thing, and they hunt and they shoot at the right. I don't care about you. Keep your guns. I don't care. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about people, right, who may have mental health issues. Great. Let's solve that. Who also have access to guns. Let's solve that too. Let's have some freaking nuance in this conversation. Why can't we have nuance? Solve everything. Or at least attempt to. But no, we need to stay according to our aisles. And it's so frustrating. You wonder why young people don't vote, or why young people are disengaged? Because they go to protests, because they speak out, and it doesn't do anything. And it's frustrating as hell. It's frustrating as hell. Wouldn't that make you upset? Think about it. If you're on one point of the aisle and go, man, as long as they don't take away my guns. But then you're on the other part. Imagine for 5 seconds having empathy and just putting yourself in the other shoes. That's it. God forbid it was your kid. And I'm not saying take away all guns. Screw that. It's just stupid propaganda BS of people who are just reacting like, oh man, the people are going to take away all our guns. No one's taking away all your guns. I'm saying, what's the percent? We at 90% of people. Gun laws. Great. Cool. Wonderful. Try something. Try it. And if it doesn't work, then guess what? Just revoke it, because we can do that nowadays. It's just, it is propaganda BS, and it drives me insane. It drives me insane. And Pico Terror, amen. It's just, Josh Turner, any more decision, the best thing you could do is the right thing. The next best thing you do is the wrong thing. And the worst thing you do is nothing. Hey, Roosevelt. We're doing a whole lot of effing nothing. We're doing a lot of nothing. We're doing a lot of nothing. And that's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. People go, oh, well, criminals are going to get access to guns. Okay, let's take that same exact thing and let's apply it to abortions. Women are still going to try to get abortions. I'm not saying that they are compatible. I'm not saying that those things are equal. I'm saying that maybe if we get outside our boxes for 10 seconds and go, hey, let's try this. Like, let's try to put this into something to make it a little bit more difficult for an 18-year-old to get this. Hey, let's try a little bit. Let's try a little bit. While also addressing mental health and also addressing the 24-hour media cycle, which is horrendous for this entire country. Horrendous. Allow it to her. Makes no sense that an 18-year-old could buy 2 AR-15s. That's it. Colt, lack of willingness to view things from the other people's perspective is your issue. Yeah, but Colt, the issue is you don't have to. You don't have to. All you have to do is consume media, Twitter feeds, social media, politician that reinforce your bias, that continue your echo chamber, and you don't have to. And that is by design. People, it's not an us versus them thing. It's not a politically divided thing. If anything, good God, it's a class thing. Let's have the poor and middle class fight amongst themselves while you have billionaires and trillionaires make all their money. Like, it's a joke. It's a joke. Tank would fire. It's easy to agree with something reasonable. It's a lot harder when you find out what people consider is reasonable. Yeah. Yeah. Like, you're making my first job, I was making $38,000 a year. I was certified as a teacher. I got my bachelor's degree. I made $38,000 a year. You are a member of Congress. You're making like 168, 184. It's one of the numbers. I always confuse it. What's the number? I forget. It's high. It's Bill. Thank you, Bill. You donated $100. Bill, you crazy. You crazy, Bill. Bill, what are you doing, Bill? Bill, did I read that right? Boop boop. Wrigley put teacher Grossi. I just got the email. Bill, I apologize for the late delay. But like, come on. Like, is it 184? Is it, hold on, 174? Is that what it is? Yeah. Make sure that they get raises. What level of education is required to be a congressperson? 0. But I will be the first one to say, as a former educator, that college level degrees don't necessarily mean you're educated. 100%. You go to a trade school, you become a plumber, you become an electrician, you're not less educated than anybody else. Hell, you might know freaking fracking more. Like, this is the stupid BS that divides people. And it sadly reinforces what people in power do. Because if I am so angry at my neighbor and I hate my neighbor because of whatever, like, it's so frustrating. And I apologize. I apologize for the rant, and I apologize for, going off. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Because there's no more nuance, and it's running things into the ground. And even worse, it's costing people and children their lives. And it sucks. It sucks a lot. And it hits harder because I was a teacher, and it sucks. And I will be lying if I said that in every place I ever worked in, I did not think about the exits. I did not think about how to barricade the door. And considering kindergartners are literally learning how to survive school shootings, like that's something wrong. Like, there's something wrong with that. Mark, sure who's winning each division in the Super Bowl? Packers win the Super Bowl. Otherwise, Bills. Cowboys, though. Buccaneers. Rams. Packers for NFC. AFC. Ravens, probably. Bills. Colts. And then the West, no one knows. No one knows. Calling it Terry, you needed this. I think we did too. It's just, it's exhausting. It's just exhausting. It really, really is. And I hate it. I hate it so much. It's been, it's been a week. It's been 2 weeks. It's just, it sucks. It freaking sucks. Yeah, you drop out of high school. You can still be successful. Like, like that's the good thing, right? About like capitalism. There's also downsides, and we can acknowledge that without destroying the entire system. You can go, hey, you shouldn't be like I've worked since I was 14. If I get cancer or terminal illness, I am screwed. 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 That's not right. That's not okay. But people look at it like that's a liberal idea. And I think that's literally bad. That's literally bad for our culture slash society. Well, if you get cancer, shouldn't have gotten cancer. Shouldn't have gotten a terminal illness. I agree. The pandering is gross. It's so gross. It's so disgusting. I don't care if you're a Democrat. I don't care if you're a Republican. It's disgusting. If you don't actually want to solve things and you're just pandering to a base, it's gross. It is freaking fracking disgusting. And I don't respect you. And I don't. I truly don't respect you. Like, this country literally should look at what has happened in Buffalo, in Los Angeles, and in Texas and go, hey, how can we stop this? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, hold on. This group is paying me. Well, this side is saying this. How do we stop this collectively? Oh, no, we can't agree on this because of our political divisiveness. Then what the hell are we doing? What is the point? If you are saying the only way to stop gun violence is to elect more Democrats, that's a problem. That is a huge problem. Or if you're saying to preserve gun rights, what you need to do is just to elect Republicans, that is a huge problem. A huge problem. Hey, kids are dying. How do we stop that, guys? Or attempt to stop it? Well, it might not solve everything. But have we tried? Like, have we tried? No. Well, that's because there's a lot of money in politics, and that's because, my party's not going to let me. That's a joke. That's a joke. A literal joke. And then what's the point of being a politician? Like, I really mean that question, not being facetious at all. What is the point of you serving? Because that is your job, to serve your constituents. What is the point? Nuclear fallout drills? Duck and cover, baby. Duck and cover. That's it. I feel like we do one more beer. I feel like I need to reset a little bit. I feel like we need to reset. Where are we at? We've gone through a little bit of a journey. We've streamed for 2 hours. Yeah, we do one more. We do one more beer. I had to pee real bad. So we're gonna pee for the day. And then we're gonna do one more beer. Alright. Pee for the day, hold on, you might see my legs. Ah! What? again. Guilty as feeling got no rhythm. Though it's easy. Chair, 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 chair. Oh man, I really had to pee. Wow, I gained more people joining this stream after I left. Okay, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. I don't even think I have any Allagash left. Nope, it's just Dos Equis. The Dos Ex. That's it. Yes, Eric Witt. Yes, hon. You want ASMR? That was a nice ASMR. That was nice. Hey, Pezzle, what's going on? Harold has a lot of fans. Harold and Herman honestly might have more fans than I do. And that's okay. It's all right. It's your prerogative. It's your choice. Oh, yeah. No more Allagash, but it's just Dos. Dos all the way around. That's my 6th beer. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, we're... Cheers, folks. Cheers. I feel like we need... I'm not going to project on you. I feel like I needed to get that out. Like, these past 2 weeks have just sucked. Like, they've sucked. And I just can hope that things get better. And I don't care who it is that does it. Like, I just want things to get better. Cheers. Unchained, yeah. It's like 2% there. That's it. It's just we're good. We're good. I got through it. I think I said. I think that's it. Yeah. Let's go, Josh. Okay, fire. After 9/11, bomb threats were almost a daily thing in high school, and honestly never felt the fear these kids go through nowadays. Yeah, I've been through a legit bomb scare. We got evacuated to the field. Gun drills as a student and a teacher. Yeah. Yeah. Like, and again, I'm not a parent, and I'm not going to pretend to be a parent. I can just speak of it from a teacher's perspective, but like if you raise a kid for 10 years and your baby literally is shot, like I don't know how I could contribute to society. Like, I don't know how I would live without rage. I really don't. I really don't. Like, like, God, literally, like, my dogs, like, are my kids. If someone hurt my dogs, like, I would lose my mind. Like, I would lose my mind. And there's multiple parents that have to deal with that, just dropping their kids off at school. And, like, that's fucked. It's bad. Sean Fire, Tom, just got internet. My spirit flight to Detroit. Insane turbulence and baby screaming for days, but at least I got you. Sean, we got you, buddy. Rachel to 15 for the rant and more Allagash. Thank you, Tom. We're going to get Rachel. Thomas Fire, wishful thinking, but every NFL team takes a loss week 1, refusing to play for the issue. Yeah, they'll never happen. But I saw the Yankees and Rays, they did some stuff yesterday. Got to our effing vodka going in the glass. F this, let's do it. Yeah, people wonder, like, why don't you want kids? Why don't you want kids? It's like that SpongeBob episode where they're pointing to all the diapers. Yeah. Yeah. Like, that's it. Yeah, those kids, oh my God, their dad died of a heart attack. Oh my God. G and Fire Tom, check out Choose Love curriculum created by a parent who lost a child in Sandy Hook. Yep. It's just, yeah, Heather, like that's the kind of mentality. That's the kind of mentality. You know, it's just, Jack, I don't think empathy is a weakness. And for people who think it is, like, that's That's their choice. I disagree with their opinion. I think to have empathy for fellow living beings is a good thing. That's my opinion. So, yeah. Empathy is not a bad thing. It's been made out to be a weakness, and I disagree. James Rand inspire me more than you know, Tom. Thank you for being you. Appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate you. Empathy is just like, oh, you care about that person? Yeah. I care about people I've never met before. It's crazy, right? It's crazy. But we've gotten to a point where we declare it as a weakness or declare it as being, especially if you're a male, less manly. And I completely disagree. I think empathy is one of the best things that you can have. Josh Fire, my nephew's gonna be 17 in July, and while he hasn't had something like this, he's had a couple classmates commit suicide. What have we done? In my class alone, in my high school class, 1, 2, I think at least 3 kids passed while I was in high school. Yeah. Yeah. No. Like that's just it's just dumb. I think that like with toxic masculinity and like all that those stupid terms, I think that it comes down to basic like people have wants and needs, and when those wants and needs are not being met, they turn to things that are going to attempt to fill that gap, right? So whether it's I'm saying but like I have no success with women. So instead of looking intrinsically or, trying to do things to better myself, well, there's a reason why I don't have success with women. Or I feel a certain way, but I don't like the way I feel because society tells me that that's not a good thing. Well, I'm going to latch onto something that says that that's okay or give me an excuse to do so. And I think that there are a lot of aspects in society that prey on those weaknesses, right? As like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And because they do, it turns us into people or turns us or to beliefs that are not necessarily good because it's usually profiting those who are taking advantage of or is feeding us kind of hatred because that is easier to digest than self-reflection. It's easier to hate my neighbor than to look at myself and go, what am I doing wrong? And that's an issue. Like that's a problem. But I don't know if that's American exceptionalism. I don't know if that's just, hey, my mom and dad told me I'm a perfect angel. So because of that, I don't need to change who I am. But yeah, like I get it. Like middle school, high school, Tom Grossi, spoilers, not popular with the ladies. I didn't turn into an incel that hates all women. Like, that's not what happened. But I think that there are a lot of societal pressures that go, oh, you're not having sex yet? Oh, you're not attracting women? Oh, you're not doing this. I'm using a male perspective, obviously, but that means that either there's something wrong with you, which, whoa, not anything I'm doing. It's them that is the problem. And I'm going to subscribe to anything that is going to put the responsibility off of me. And that's an issue. But people sell that a lot. They sell that a lot because all of a sudden I'm not alone. There's like a community of people that I can turn to. And a lot of the times, or some of the times, they have a hatred towards another group or people. And it's comforting because I'm not alone, but it's toxic because it's feeding a lie to you. Danny with a 20. We shouldn't have to worry about going to the school or grocery shopping. Should not have to be a fear we have to deal with. Agreed. Danny gets it. Exactly. Danny gets it. And he can't even shoot. And he can't even shoot. Yeah. Kitty goes meow. Fix their offensive line. Secondary's looking good. Daxton Hill. They'll be good. So, Danny, sorry. It's okay. It doesn't make you any less of a person if you don't know how to shoot. I've been to a gun range, and at that gun range, there was a 12-year-old shooting an Uzi because their father was a cop. It's an interesting time. Oh, yeah. No, I appreciate the chat because it hasn't been toxic. Because, again, I think we just need to kind of tear down. It's not some hippy dippy bullshit. I think we just literally need to tear down some barriers behind the political affiliation that you find yourself with and go, hey, does anyone want dead kids? No? Great. That's a common point that we can agree on. One guy would fire, does sports fandom cause evil? Evil? No, but I think it promotes tribalism. And I think that there are those who can separate tribalism from reality. And that's fine. But, look at Zadarius Smith, right? Zadarius Smith was a Green Bay Packer, sacked Kirk Cousins all the time. Vikings fans cheered against him, hated him. Now Zadarius Smith is on the Minnesota Vikings, and now Vikings fans love him, and Packers fans don't. That's fine, as long as you can separate that and go, oh, okay. It's a game. When you start sending death threats to players, it's a problem. It is how people are wired, but that's also how it's taught. Kids learn politics from their parents. It's the first place you learn it from. And you go to school, friends, teachers, etc. You shouldn't learn it from your teachers, but you should be taught how to critically think and form your own opinion. If that's not a certain ideal anymore, but yeah. That's it. Holly, wasn't my choice not to have kids, but it's amazing the assumptions that people have made. Yep. How old my kids are. It's and that sucks, right, Holly? You have friends and people that are going, oh, how old are your kids? Well, I don't have kids. Then there's that awkward pause. Oh. Well, why don't you have kids? Screw you. It's that societal norm of you're supposed to get married, have children. Some people don't want to have children. Some people don't want to get married. That doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make you, negative. It's your choice. That's what actual freedom is, right? Because once we start saying, nope, gotta fit into this box, that's where it's a problem. But that's also easier said than lived through. I can say that. But even when I was married, people were going, when you having kids? I'm well, at that point, my significant other didn't want to have children. So we're not having children because ultimately, I don't got to carry a baby inside me for 9 months. So unless she says she wants to have a child, we ain't having a child. And that's it. Flambeau to fire. The problem is no one wants to try the other side's solution because of the threat the other side is right. Dude, we can't. Admitting you're wrong is a sign of strength, but it has been drilled in us to that's a side of weakness. And that is insanity. Oh, I was wrong. What's wrong with that statement? And that's an education thing, and that is something that's true. Like, yeah, you can be wrong. That's okay. It's real. That means you're learning. Ugh. And Beak on Fire, working the next couple weekends, but will give donuts when I can. Peace and solace for all. Let's go ahead, Mika. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What if I want to have kids, but I'm cripplingly shy? You can adopt. That's an option too. Yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. Sorry. Now I know. Done. 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 No personal growth, because if you're wrong, that means the other person wins, or the other side wins. It's not a winning and losing thing. If you can say, hey, I was wrong. I think that takes more strength, courage, bravado to say, hey, I was wrong, but now I know, than any like, oh no, I'm right, you're wrong, screw you. It's just, ugh. Yeah. Josh, there you go. Like, listen, I grew up Catholic, 100%. I went to church every single Sunday until I was 16. Might be 17. Until I went to college. And, like, that was just a thing that was expected. And I went. And then when I went to college, I didn't go anymore. But when I was home, I was expected to go. And I understood. But find out for yourself. That's it. Tapfire, when you say you're wrong is great, because then you are no longer wrong. Done. Done. Could you imagine a politician coming out today in these United States of America going, oh yeah, I was wrong? No, because then opposing side, which is, again, asinine to me, opposing side will be like, well, this person was wrong. What else are they wrong about? Yep, exactly, Colt. You learn a lot of lessons through failure or being wrong. Yep, they're a flip-flopper. Or maybe they realize that their opinions that they held changed. If you are the same person when you are 12 to when you're 32, I don't know what you've experienced. Like, that's the sheltered life, or like that's no, like, you should go through changes and question things. Like, that's a good thing. That is a really, really good thing. Like, and again, a lot of people say it happens in college and stuff, which it does. I think, you go to certain colleges and experience different people. That's a good thing. But, like, get outside your bubble. But it doesn't have to be. It could be at your job. It could be at your surroundings. Learn about different people. Wobbly, what if I ask for help is also looked at a sign for weakness? Yes. That is 100% accurate. Yes. Which, again, and that goes back into, like, mental health, stigmatism, like that goes into a lot of things where, hey, I need help. Well, what's wrong with you? You need help. You're supposed to just shut up about it and keep it inside and bottle it. Not good. Yeah, are you kidding? My 20s to my 30s, completely different person. Completely different person. Better hair, too. Colin Fire. The only thing I haven't changed from age 12 is not wanting kids. I've done a complete 180 on about everything else. That's fine. That's good. It's growth. You're learning things. Like, you should deal with things in life that challenge you. Because either it's going to make you seek out things that are going to reinforce your opinion, or it's going to change your mind. Those aren't bad things. Those are good things. Those are good things. I feel like we've had a talk. I feel like I feel like tonight has been a cathartic. It's been good. Philip Rivers, hell yeah. And congratulations, man. Like, that's great. It's a process, but I'm proud of you, bud. It's been good. I appreciate you sticking with. We had over 300 people, and we've gone through the ringer a little bit. And I feel like this was kind of needed, at least for myself. And it seems that maybe it helped a little bit. Hug it out. Yeah, we need to hug it out. Hug your pets, hug yourself, hug whatever you got next to you. It is a group hug. You know what? No, it's not a patty hug. It's a deep hug. It's one of those. It's getting in the shoulder blades. I should eat dinner. But folks, I appreciate you. I'll be back on Monday. We'll do some things. Coach will be out within the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today, at least. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are able to find a peaceful and rewarding weekend. Memorial Day is coming up. Shout out to all those who have passed, who have served for us. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. And as always, go Pack Go. Appreciate y'all. Thank you.